I'm Morella Fernandez. Thanks for joining us. We begin with breaking news. A New Mexico jury has found Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Jurors reached that verdict after under 3 hours of deliberation. Gutierrez-Reed handled the weapons on set of the movie, where a cinematographer was shot and killed in 2021. The prop gun that was used was fired by actor Alec Baldwin, and he will be tried on an involuntary manslaughter charge in July. Let's bring in Terry Austin. She's a legal analyst. She joins us now to talk some more about this. Terry, the prosecutors had said this wasn't a case of one mistake made, but many by that young armorer. Can you expand on what they meant by that?
Well, one of the things I think the prosecutor was trying to say, Morella, was that this was not the first accident that occurred on that set. There had been an accidental gun that went off beforehand. And, as the armorer, she should have known about what was going on. She was the one who was responsible for the guns. She was responsible for loading the gun. She was responsible for checking the bullets that were on the set. And since there had been an accident before, and since she wasn't watching the cart, the prosecution was trying to say that Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was responsible. She was negligent. She was responsible for the death. That was a causal connection between what Hannah did and what happened as far as Helena Hutchins.
So was it ever determined how the live ammunition got on set, because it wasn't supposed to be there?
Well, the defense was giving some reasonable doubt. The prosecution said that the live ammunition arrived on the set because of Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. She said that she brought on several boxes of this ammunition, and in fact, the live bullets came from there. The defense was trying to say, look, we had live bullets on that set, but we don't know where that came from. It could have come from a number of places, including Seth Kenney, who was the supplier. We don't know who was handling all of the bullets. It was a chaotic scene. This is the scapegoat. You cannot blame her. It's the production team. So I think there's still some question, at least in my mind, exactly where those bullets came from, the live ones. But the jury didn't take long to come back with a guilty verdict. And in their mind, it must have meant that those live bullets came from the armorer, from Hannah Gutierrez-Reed.
And she decided not to testify in court. She's now in custody. What more are her lawyers saying about this?
That's right. She was remanded into custody immediately, and she has not been behind bars as yet. So this is a new experience for her. She doesn't have any prior charges. I don't know what the defense is going to do to see if they can appeal this decision. I watched the entire trial. I did not see any grounds for appeal. I thought the judge was excellent. I thought she let in evidence that should come in, and I thought she excluded evidence that should have been excluded. So we'll see what happens. But right now, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed will be behind bars until further notice.
So, Terry, will this affect Alec Baldwin's trial?
I think it will have a huge effect. I'm positive that his attorneys have been looking at the trial to determine how they are going to proceed on their trial. But this jury found someone who was at a lower level responsible. Remember, Alec Baldwin was not only an actor on that set, he was part of the executive production team. He was responsible for what was going on. And most importantly, he pulled the trigger, or at least that's what the prosecutors are saying. He pulled the trigger on that gun. So he was the person who was in a position to have caused the death as well. So I don't think this bodes well for him.
Interesting point that he is part of the executive team as well and has that greater burden of responsibility than an actor would. Terry Austin, good to have you on this. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you so much.